What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome to today's podcast. How's it going? Welcome. My name is Sebastian Gomez, and you're watching the Better Together podcast. The podcast that posts every 3 months and then never comes back. But you know what? Today, I declare, I swear to you, I don't want to swear to you. I'm sorry. I don't want to swear to you. I declare today that I will be shooting one podcast a week. I'm declaring it so I can hold myself accountable, because guess what? I want to do this. Hi, by the way, I don't know if I said it already, but my name is Sebastian Gomez, and welcome to the Better Together podcast. And I need to tell you a story. So this is what's up. I haven't shot a podcast in 3 months, and it pained me. It pained me because I love doing this. Like, I love talking. I talk way too much. And I stopped doing it because I let fear get to me. I let fear get to me and dictate my decisions. I'm going to say it. I'm guilty. Guilty is charged. I let fear get to me, and it stopped me from speaking truth or being myself. And I am incredibly sorry for that, because one, I was not responsible with the following that I have. 2, I didn't realize the value of what I had also. And 3, I don't know. But look, this is what I want to say. This is all I want to say. Look, I want to shoot this podcast, and I want to talk about the things that I'm passionate about. And I want to just be consistent with something that I'm in love with, which is talking, but most of all, talking about my faith. I'm just talking about life and talking about life and how my faith has helped me move forward in my life, how it's helped me go through these battles and push through, and really just talk about how I've seen Jesus work through my life. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to mention this. Look, I'm not a teacher. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a youth pastor. I'm none of that, okay? I'm not a Sadie Robertson. I'm not a Levi Lusko. I'm not a Mike Winger. I'm not an apologist. I didn't go to seminary school for 3 years or 4 years. I dropped out of college. Sorry, I got a little too crazy there. But I dropped out of college. I'm just a kid who wants to be a YouTuber. And then within the journey of doing YouTube, I realized that the thing I was most passionate about was talking about Jesus and letting people know how his love changed my life. That's all I want to talk about, how his love has changed my life. And it's hard. It's hard because I don't want to say the wrong things, especially in something that is so near and dear to my heart. And I don't want to mislead people. The last thing I want to do when I talk about my faith, or I talk about anything, or if I talk about life, or just the way I hold myself, the last thing I want to do is misrepresent something and really mislead people in the wrong direction. That's the last thing I want to do. And that fear has gotten to me. So anyways, I want to talk about this today because one, I want to be held accountable, and I want to shoot a podcast every week. And guess what? I want to do life with my friends. I want to laugh. You know what's hard, dude? You know what's hard? Comparing yourself. I compare myself a lot. Why? Because I'm in a saturated environment where there's people that are going to be better than what I do. There's going to be people that know the word more than I do, that are funnier than me. But I shouldn't let things like that stop me. And that goes for you too. What's up, what's up, friend? What's up, amigo? What's up, amiga? Don't let comparison stop you from trying to do something that you think you're passionate about, or that you think you might have a talent in. Because there's always going to be someone who's better at it than you. And that's the truth. And guess what? Maybe you have something to offer. You probably do have something to offer. And people are missing out on that goodness and that gift that you have. So anyways, the reason why I'm doing this is because a couple days ago, 3 days ago, my friend JC came up to me. Well, I came up to him and I started talking to him. I was like, hey, what's up, man? Just want to say thank you for everything that you've done. And then he said, hey, bro, your podcast was so much fun to shoot. I felt like I was just able to have tons of conversations, cool conversations with you. And I just want to say to JC Kalen, bro, thank you so much for your words of affirmation. I suck at receiving words of affirmation, but I'm going to change that. I know it's some people, dude, I keep on speaking up and down, up and down. I'm sorry. I'm going to go monotone from now on. Sometimes it's just nice to talk like this. But anyways, no, JC really encouraged me. And I want to say thank you, JC, for encouraging me. Your words really sunk into my heart. And I really appreciate that. Along with so many other friends who have encouraged me. And you know what also encouraged me to shoot this podcast? I know I'm talking a lot about myself. But you know what also encouraged me to shoot this podcast? Was the fact that I would walk into this room for 3 months. And I would like vacuum the place. I would clean the table and I'd feel awful because I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this room. I have sound panels. I have a fake plant in the background with lights in it. That's a lot of work. I put stickers on the table. I bought a carpet that looks cool and funky along with, I think I already said sound panels, but I made a custom flag over here that says Better Together, which you can't even read, but it's all good because the intention is there. Because I wanted to do this, because I love talking and I love just giving someone the opportunity to feel like they have a friend in the room. And you know what's my favorite thing is about podcasting? When I do long drives, when I'm doing a long drive and music isn't keeping me up, but a conversation is keeping me up from one of my favorite podcasters. So yeah, I guess the main point I'm trying to make with this is that, look, I'm not a Sadie Robertson. I'm not a Rich Wilkerson. I'm not any of that. I'm just a kid. I'm 25 years old. I'm a guy. That sounds weird. I'm just a guy that loves Jesus, and I'm going to just be myself. I'm going to be myself, and hopefully the stories that I get to share with you can encourage you and also remind you that you're not by yourself. You're not doing life by yourself. And you know what? You're not alone. You're not alone. So anyways, this is a podcast. I'm shooting this video to keep myself accountable. What's up? I'm going to see you next week in another podcast. Anyways, I want to talk about 2 verses that encouraged me. First verse, Joshua 1:9. This verse encouraged me. Why? Because when Moses died, there's this guy named Moses, led the Israelites out of Egypt into the promised land. But then Moses died and he couldn't enter the promised land. So his guy Joshua took over because the Lord looked at Joshua and was like, yo, Joshua, you taking over. And Joshua was like, all right. I'm scared, but okay. I don't know why Joshua talks like that. I'm sorry. But this is what the Lord goes on to say to Joshua. He says, this is my command. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. And the reason I like this verse is because I have been discouraged at moments. Because there's people in the comments section who have said, I've ran away from my faith and I don't believe in God anymore. And this podcast doesn't even help me. And that discouraged me a lot, not because it hurt me, but because I was just like, I'm so sorry you experienced so much pain. And I feel like, I feel not sorry. I don't feel sorry for them. I'm like, oh, pity on you. But I'm just like, I'm sorry that my faith has hurt you somehow. And that's the last thing I want to do. I just want to be a friend that loves you, whether you believe in Jesus or not, you know? And so reading comments like that have been discouraging because, you know, it's hurt. I don't want to see anyone in pain. I don't want my faith to hurt anybody. And I know that there's going to be things in this. There's things in this Bible that hurt me. I read it because it reflects who I am and how broken I am. But I know, I don't know why I got so passionate about that. But look, here's the thing. The last thing I want to do with this is another thing. I guess the reason I also felt discouraged was because the last thing I want to do is seclude people. I don't want to be put in a Christian bubble and seclude people from getting to experience real love. I don't want to like be someone who talks in Christianese and ends up being some type of Pharisee, like modern day Pharisee, which excludes people from experiencing the real love of Jesus. Because guess what? You know what saved me? People that loved me for who I was, even when I was broken. That's what encouraged me. That's what got me close to my faith. It wasn't someone spitting out a Bible verse or someone like, yes, it did help to go to church, of course, but it was literally one-on-one conversations of people getting to hear my story and just hearing my pain out and encouraging me and pushing me forward and believing in me. And to someone who doesn't believe in Jesus, like to the person who doesn't believe in Jesus or is struggling to believe in Jesus, I want to tell you that I'm not here to spit Bible verses at you. I'm not here to do that. I am going to talk about it though. I just did that. I just talked about a Bible verse, but I'm not here to be like, well, brother, I'm just here to, first off, I don't want to place here. There's so many things I got to mention. I don't want to place my own truth onto this and manipulate the truth or twist the truth. I'm going to say that right now. The truth for me is this, and I'm not going to change this based off of my own opinions. I'm going to allow this to change me. With that being said, I don't want you, for the person who's not a Christian or struggling with the faith, the last thing I want to do is just spit out a Bible verse and then not hear you out. I want you to know that you have a soul, and I understand that your journey has been painful, and I just want to be there with you along the journey, encouraging you to just keep on pushing forward, that no matter what thing hits you, I'm going to be rooting on for you. And if you fall on the dirt, I'm going to be in the dirt with you, waiting with you until you're able to get up. Because guess what? That's what people did for me. They waited in the dirt patiently without judging me. That's what got me to Christ. And so, yeah. And I just want to know that I hope you get to feel or experience some type of love while you hear the podcast like this, that you just get to experience real joy, and that you can find a friend in me or with anyone who talks in this podcast. And I'm not going to give up. I'm saying it right now. I'm not giving up on this. I'm going to shoot a podcast every week in this. Anyways, so I'm going to talk about another thing. One last thing before I end this podcast, this mini podcast. I really like talking about love. I really like what John mentions here in John 13, verses 34 through 35. So now I'm giving you a new commandment. Love each other just as I have loved you. You should love each other. Your love for one another will prove to the world that you are my disciples. To anyone who's watching this right now, I hope that you get to experience some type of joy or some type of love or some type of laughter when you hear me talk with my friends or just by myself, and that you feel encouraged. Know that I'm not here to shove down religion down your throat. I'm not here to shove religion down your throat, but I'm just here to talk about something that I'm passionate about, which is just the things that Jesus has done in my life. I can't speak right now. Anyways, I love Jesus. He's done so much for me. And that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about today. But anyways, thank you for watching today's podcast. I will be back here tomorrow. Dude, it's late. It's 10:30. I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a great week. Jesus loves you. And guess what? I'll see you next week. I just stabbed my hand with this pen, and it hurt a little bit. Okay. I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you guys. Peace out. Bye.